Good evening and welcome to my very brief live broadcast this evening, 7th of March 2020. This is going to be very brief because a lot of you have listened to the greatest leader of Biafra freedom, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and a lot of you are tired. But it is very important that I just take this time, like few minutes, like half an hour, to talk to you people about something very, very important. So thank you for joining me. This is going to be very, very brief. I don't want to take much of your time. I do not want to take much of your time, but it is very, very important that I make this live broadcast today. After we have spent time listening to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's broadcast. So thank you for joining me. And this evening, this live broadcast is going to be very, very brief, at least like 30 minutes. So I will be stopping exactly 5 over the hour where you are. So 5 minutes over the next hour where you are, wherever you are. This is 23:35 here. So now, you people, thank you all for joining me. I may not have enough time to start calling the names because of everybody is tired and this is Saturday. But of course, those of you who are joining me now, I will mention one or two or few names, you know, for joining me this evening, taking your time. Oka, starting from Oka, Harry, Nwagod, thank you for joining me. Chimezie Carlo, Chikwe, thank you for joining me. Boni Jidofo, thank you for joining me. Somebody from Bayelsa State said I'm only mentioning Igbo names. So people only Igbo names, and I'm not mentioning people from Bayelsa and all that. Please, where are you? I want to see your names. I want to recognize you. Precious, Uvakpo Taire, Tiago Dos Santos. I want to see your names. I want to see those from the other side of Biafra. Simo Sime, thank you for joining me. Alex Arne, thank you for joining me. Daniels, okay, thank you for joining me. We wait for 500 viewers and we start. Mark Edwins, thank you for joining me. Tochukwu Ekpa, thank you for joining me. William Studio BS, thank you for joining me. Great morning where you are. Helen N14, Jude Eric, this is over 500. Chukwuemeka Osuji, thank you for joining me. William Aja, thank you for joining me. My own William, thank you for joining me. Barnabas, thank you for joining me. Anthony Nnamdi Ateogu, thank you for joining me. Victor Iken Ihejofo, thank you for joining me. Ebumu Obi, thank you for joining me. Please, Peter Otohile, thank you for joining me. Emmanuel Rome, thank you for joining me. Please, the names I'm mentioning, I am not choosing any names to mention. I'm mentioning the names as they join, as they comment. So those of you who think I'm only mentioning Igbo names, please let me see you here. Bruno Ike, Greta Glory, Mwabwez Okolie, I want to see your names. I want to see your names and I want to recognize you. My brother Nnamdi, thank you. Thank you this evening. Now I have to go because we have over 600 viewers already. And like I said, I'm not going to take more than 30 minutes. Song Belong, thank you for joining me. Okay, Chukwudoka Prince, thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining. So I'll start now because we have over 600 viewers. Austin Ewuru, thank you for joining me. So, before everybody goes to sleep, this is the awareness for Nigeria disintegration and the continual awareness for freedom of Biafra. Those of you who think that you are still supporting one Nigeria, what is going on now is like I have always said, you that are shouting one Nigeria will be the biggest victim. I have always said it. You will be the biggest victim of one Nigeria, of the fraud called one Nigeria. Now, you remember there was a time I made a video last year when the issue of toll gates started. They want to have how many toll gates in Biafra land, and then they share the toll gate and all that. You remember I made a video and attacked that video, robbing Biafrans to pay the North, robbing Southern Nigeria to pay the North. And I think I tagged that video, robbing Peter to pay Paul. Now, you see the scheme. What Nigeria government controlled by Fulani is doing today is the same scheme of the toll gate that was dead on arrival. Because of how we resisted and condemned that toll gate, they came now to see how to scheme and scam Biafrans, including you, the politicians in Biafra land, including you, the businessmen in Biafra land, that whenever we talk about Biafra freedom, you will say you have business in Kano. You will say you have business in Meduguri. You will say you have business in whatever place. But you will become the biggest victim of this whole one Nigeria, even before the Biafra come. Because with or without you, Biafra will come. Now, listen to this. You must have heard, at least read, or listened to the news going on and going viral today about the loan, about the 22.7 billion loan allocation. $27.2 billion loan allocation. If you have not heard it, I believe you must have heard it. Anybody that is very active in social media, reading news in internet, must have heard that the Nigeria government have disbursed or have shared the loan allocation totaling $22.7 billion. And as you can see, the loan were shared among different zones in Nigeria. And the Southwest got about $200 million. $200 million. Southwest. The South got about 4 billion. 4 billion. The Northwest got about 6 billion. What I'm saying, $6 billion. The Northeast got about 300 million. $300 million. The North Central got about $6 billion. And the Southeast of Nigeria got zero. They could not, the hatred against Biafra, is so huge that they could not even allocate $1 to people, to the part of Biafra nation called Southeast. They could not allocate $1. Just $1. And the people that will pay this loan, so long as Biafra agitation continues, is you from the Southeast. The biggest part of Nigeria people that is going to pay back this loan is people, you from the Southeast of Nigeria, who is shouting one Nigeria. The loan they are taking today, you will pay at least 70% or 80% of this loan. Do you know how you are going to pay it? I will ask you this question. How many of you from Southeast, from Biafra land, are doing business in the Northeast? How many? It is time we begin to take the census population so that you people will know exactly what we're talking about. How many Biafrans are in the Northeast doing business? I am talking about millionaires, multi-millionaires, multi-billionaires doing business in the Northeast. How many of you from Biafra land are in the Northwest doing business? I am talking about multi-millionaires, multi-billionaires from the Biafra land doing business in the Northwest. Now, how many of you are in the North Central doing business from Biafra land? I am talking about you billionaires, you multi-millionaires from Biafra land. You will be the one to pay this loan, $22.7 billion loan that the government have taken, and your state, where you come from in Biafra land, did not get $1. $1. Is this not enough? Is this not enough for you to know that it is time you join the agitating group? Is it not time for you to know that IPOB, other Biafra agitating group, it's time you throw your weight behind them? Is it not the time you wake up from your sleep? What are they going to do to you before you understand that it is time for you to support Biafra freedom? Is it when they send hired assassin to kill you like they kill Beda? Is it when they kill you like they kill Sarowiwa? Is it when they kill you like they have been killing people in Benue, like they have been killing people in Delta State, like they have been killing people in Bayelsa and other parts of Biafra land, before you can wake up to see that the time to support Nigeria disintegration is now? What are they going to do to you before you swallow your pride? Because a lot of you are ignorantly having been allowed pride to destroy you. The governors of Southeast of Biafra, the governors of the Southeast, how many times are they going to rape you? Rape your rights as a governor? How many times are they going to deal with you for you to know that you are not welcome in Nigeria? For you to know that it is time to support Biafra freedom. Look what they did. Where the oil and the biggest revenue of Nigeria is coming from today is in Biafra land. They divide you, they say South-South. Like everybody has been saying, there is nothing like South-South. You don't see that in any geography. What they did to South-South was to give $4 billion to South-South. $4 billion to South-South, Biafra land, where the revenue of Nigeria is coming from, where the money is coming from, oil money. And listen to what they did to the North, the Northeast, the Northwest, and the North Central. Listen to what they do. What they did was the North Central of Nigeria received $6 billion. $6 billion. Now tell me, what is in the North Central? What is in the North Central for them to receive $6 billion from this loan? $6 billion. Now, again, if you ask me, the Northwest received $6 billion. From Northwest and North Central, they received $6 billion. Only Northeast received $300 million from this loan. And you, who did not receive anything, you from the Biafra land, Igbo-speaking Biafra, you that is from the 5 East states, Igbo-speaking Biafra, will be the one to pay this loan back. How many of them in the North Central own a very good business? How many? What is the North Central generating and contributing to the federal government project? How much did the North Central generate? How much is their GDP? That they are getting loan of $6 billion. How many? How many? What is the GDP? Now, you go to the Northwest, they got $6 billion loan. We don't have problem with this. They can take the loan if it is the fact that the government will be the one to pay it. But do you know who is paying the loan? It is you. It is you, Biafrans, who are doing business in Nigeria. You will be the one to pay this loan. It is you, the businessmen who are one Nigeria. You will be extracted. Your flesh and blood will be extracted to pay this loan. And do you know how you are going to pay the loan? You are going to pay the loan through bank charges. You are going to pay the loan through extortion. You are going to pay the loan through the scam of the Fulani-controlled government. They will make sure they extract that money, this money from you. But in Biafra land, why didn't the Biafra land get this loan? Because Nigeria is disintegrating, and it is going to be disintegrated. And when they are disintegrating Nigeria, because they know Nigeria is finished, this loan that they are taking now, who is going to pay it? They will share it among the new countries that will emerge in Nigeria. But now, they know what is coming. And that is why they are taking this loan. But when we talk about Biafra, you think we don't know what we are doing. Look at what is happening. 0 cents. They could not, the Biafra state could not get loan of even $1. Even $1. Did you see that? And all the police, all the soldiers of Nigeria, they pay money, they pay bribe to be able for them to be posted to Biafra land, where the money is. Where the money is. And 80% of this loan will be paid by you. The money you should use to develop Biafra, to develop Biafra Republic, make Biafra what it should be, you are feeding this python, this terrorist. Because this money that you see that they are borrowing is going to sponsoring of terrorism. This money they are borrowed now, this 22, the only one that will not go to sponsoring terrorists is the one that goes to the southwest. And how much is it? Only $200 million. That is the only money that will not go to sponsoring of terrorism. All this money you see will go to sponsoring of terrorism through paying of ransom to bandits, through negotiating with bandits, through paying them off to stop attacking. And that is the claim. But of course, they will use the money to go and buy weapons. And each time we talk, you say you want one Nigeria. You will be, they will skin you alive. They are going to skin you alive before Biafra come. And the only thing that will save you now, all of you that are in the north, when we say start relocating your businesses from the north. Because this loan they have taken now, you will see every region in the north that took this loan, they are going to change their policy. And the policy will be targeted against you, Biafrans. The policies will be targeted against your businesses from the southern part of Nigeria. The target is you. The revenue, the government in the north will begin to generate revenue to make sure they pay this. That is if they care to even pay the loan, because they know that Nigeria is going down, and they know that Nigeria is being divided, and they know that the disintegration of Nigeria is sure. It is something that nobody can do anything again. Begin the relocation of your business, relocating your business from northern part of Nigeria to the southern part of Nigeria. Let them pay this bill. Let them pay this loan. And of course, we know, not only from the state, because the federal government controlled by Fulani will even use the governors in Biafra land, the policies they are going to now put in place. This money will even come from Biafra land. Not only those doing business in the north. It is time, like I said, I have only 10 minutes. It is time you begin to move your business back to the southern part of Nigeria. It is time. I don't know what you are waiting for to happen to you before you learn. Before you learn. Do you think that if they have put in this toll gate that we condemned, this is the toll gate money, what they have estimated to make from toll gate before Nigeria disintegration, they have calculated it, and now they are taking it in terms of loan. So it is an upfront payment. They have gotten the money they wanted to get from toll gate. And that toll gate, since you refuse that toll gate, you condemn that toll gate and you become dead on arrival. Now they have taken the loan and they will subject you to paying them back. How many people in the north do banking? How many Fulanis have bank accounts? How many Fulanis are going to bank to put 1 million? How many Fulanis are going to bank to put 2 million every month? How many Fulanis are going to bank to put 100 million every month? It is only you, the Biafrans, and part of Yoruba people. And you know how they will get the money? The federal government will get the money when you go to put in 100 million. When you go to put in your 500,000. When you go to put in your 1 million. When you go to put in your 5 million, you sell from your shop. They will deduct money from there. That money goes directly to the federal government for the payment and service of this loan. And when you talk, you say, one Nigeria. You see, you are paying the price. It is better for you to shout Biafra, and then for the meantime, you pay the price and know that one day the Biafra is coming, and coming faster than anybody expects. It is time you relocate your business from the north and start shouting Biafra. Otherwise, as they are doing this one now, you don't know what they are going to do next. You don't know what they are going to do next. This is the information I want to pass to you. And like you all know, everybody, I will not be the one to tell you, like you hear from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's broadcast today. He made it very clear. The Biafra, he is not fighting for Igbo people. For those of you who are ignorant, and for those of you who are creating fake accounts, you say Biafra will be dominated by Igbo. There is nothing like Igbo domination, and nobody is fighting for Igbo. What we are fighting is, we are fighting for Biafra freedom. We are fighting for Biafra freedom. Because these people that call themselves Fulani, every time what they do now is they run from page to page. When you see their comment, you know. They will run from page to page, changing their names, and anytime you talk, they will, with one stupid name, they will tell you, oh, this Biafra domination. Who is dominating who now in Nigeria? Are you enjoying the domination of Fulanis? Is it better for this Marandus Fulanis, nomadic Fulanis, to continue to kill you and dominate you? Like I have been saying it, you allow them to come from Senegal to wherever they are, and they come to northern Nigeria, settle there for 10 years, and then they move to Biafra land and start controlling our natural resources. And you keep quiet, and all most of you can do is to set up militancy. I have said it in my other video the other day. It is useless. It is useless that what you can do in Biafra land, in the part of Biafra land called Niger Delta, is to set up militancy. To start fighting and bombing pipeline and doing oil bunkering of your own property, bunkering of your own natural resources that God gave you. Because Fulanis are coming there. And you are not killing the Fulanis who comes to kill your people and grab your natural resources. What you do is only a demonstration of hunger. Demonstration of hunger in the sense that you go and kidnap workers, foreign workers in oil company. You go and bunker oil and sell to make money. That is the attitude of hunger. It is time you support and channel all your energy to Biafra freedom so that you will have total control of your natural resources. Than allowing Fulani to come from, and you, when somebody from other Igbo speaking Biafra talk, you say you are dominating, you are dominating. Meanwhile, you cannot even have any say in your natural resources of Nigeria today. Nigeria today, they have compelled you to become criminal. They have compelled you to become militant. You are carrying gun and risking your life, running from bushes to bushes, and these people are controlling your natural resources, flying private jet, building houses and enjoying and becoming the richest man in Africa. From your oil, from your natural resources. And all you can do is to turn criminal overnight. When young men who should be going to school to educate themselves, when they are growing up, you will be teaching them how to become militant. To go and start bunkering oil. Oil that belongs to you. Oil that is in your land. And the place you have the mouth to talk is when we are talking Biafra. You say Biafra is Igbo. Who told you that Biafra is Igbo? Biafra is Biafra. Nobody is interested in fighting any Igbo cause. We are fighting for Biafra, for freedom of Biafra, which by the time the map is being drawn, all the old eastern region of Nigeria is Biafra. And like I said, the history will be revisited to make sure that we don't give away any of our Biafran brothers and sisters to anywhere, to anybody, even to Cameroon. We will get everybody back. So, if you do not support Biafra, you are going to pay this loan. And guess what? This loan will not, since the eastern Nigeria, since the Biafra, Igbo-speaking state in Biafra land did not get this loan, your road will be as dilapidated as anything. You don't have road from Onitsha to Enugu State. You don't have road from Onitsha to Aba. You don't have road connecting all these states. Even the federal road, none of them is motorable. None of them is motorable. But you are going to pay the loan that services the road in the north. If you go to north, you will see how the road in the north, you are paying this road. Anything the money does, this money they have taken now, you will be the one to pay it. And it is time you start thinking what we are doing now so that your critical reasoning will begin to work. That you cannot be paying for something to terrorists. You cannot be funding terrorism indirectly. Because if you pay this money, you are funding terrorists, because this money, biggest part of this money will go to servicing the terrorists in the north. That is the fact. It will go to the ransom. It will go to the government sponsoring them. It will go to arms. It will go to all these terrorists will get share of this money. And you pay it back to the government. Wake up and support Biafra freedom. Wake up and support Oduduwa Republic. You from Yoruba, you see what is happening. You know, I'm not talking about Yoruba too much these days because you people have waken up. The point now is that you have to wake up and start demanding for the Republic of Oduduwa. At the end of the day, even if Nigeria divided into two, the South and North, it is better than nothing. But start now to support disintegration of Nigeria. To save your life, save your future, save your generation, and bring peace back to the region. Thank you and see you tomorrow. Share this video, tag your friends, and let everybody begin to think. Enough is enough. The hatred towards Igbos and Igbo-speaking Biafran can no longer be tolerated. We can no longer tolerate that. And if the governors keep quiet, let them continue to keep quiet. The time is coming when the hunters will be hunted. Thank you.